Hi, my name is Noelle Dodge, and I am a trauma-informed psychotherapist and an intuitive healer. And this is the first episode of Breakout Not Down, session one. First, we want to set an intention, and before we can set an intention, we have to get really clear on what our expectations are. So set the expectation of what you're expecting to get as an outcome for doing this program. Now that's easier said than done, right? When we have expectations, such as um, I'm trying to manifest something and I have an expectation that the universe is going to deliver. I don't know how, I don't know when, I just know, like I know it's going to be delivered, right? That is an expectation on a healthy vibration, allowing the law of attraction to deliver exactly what it is that I'm asking. When I have an expectation for myself, I'm setting a goal. And when I'm setting that goal, I am either self defeating by setting an expectation that is so high it is inhuman to set such a goal, that I'm actually setting myself up for self sabotage in an effort to feed into my ego that, see, I couldn't do it. We reached too high. So it's a self defeating. Another is empowering, where we set a goal for ourselves to motivate ourselves, to push ourselves, to allow ourselves to thrive to reach that goal. And that is a healthy vibration, delivering a healthy outcome. Now, when we try to control others, when we have expectations for others, and we see this a lot in like giving. So if you're giving somebody something with no expectation, you just do it and there's no thought about it. And that's a healthy exchange. When you give something in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, they're going to owe me a favor. Or in the back of your mind, oh, that person um, better, say thank you or show their appreciation somehow because I did this wonderful thing. That is doubting the universe is going to deliver whatever it needs to deliver to you and the other person. So whenever we're putting doubt and control out there, it's a fear-based vibration that is on a doubting frequency. And what that is you can't tune into positive results when you are on the doubt frequency or a fear-based vibration. So therefore you're not going to get positive results. So one way to do a really quick breakdown of how your expectations might be getting in the way is, first of all, you've got to have a journal for this program. It's just a must, because you're going to have to go back and take a look at your previous answers. So if you don't have a journal, you really can't do the work. You need a journal for this work. But one of the first things you want to do is write down, I desire, fill in the blank, I attract, fill in the blank. Is what you're desiring and what you're attracting the same? Or is it a contradiction? And do one of those for everything. Like, I desire money, I attract debt. I desire love, I attract rejection. I desire, so for one for each thing, and go through it and see just how much you contradict or how much you attract exactly what you desire. And the things that you attract, what you desire, look at your thought process. How is it different from the ones that contradict? And you're going to see the answer. And only you can discover that within yourself, because we all have a different thought process. We all have a different type of self talk. Some people are more shame based, some people are more guilt based, some are blamers. They have a hard time taking any responsibility for themselves, so they blame everyone. Some people are empowering with their self talk and have compassion for their self talk. So everyone is different. And a way that I like to look at it is, you consider yourself as having like this, you're this human being with free will, right? But you have an inner child who had these past experiences, shame, wants credit, you owe me, has all these different control issues. And then there's this, your inner self, your inner being that is at peace. It sees mistakes, no sins. It is giving. It strives to heal. and it believes in free will, non-judgment of others. People make their choices. No, there's no judgment. There's just being, right? So as a human being with free will, you have the choice to feed the tantrum child, inner child that's having a fit, or you can feed into the inner being. Now you can try to work with the inner child to tame the inner child, and that's the work we're going to do. Calm that inner child down, comfort the inner child, provide it with the feeling of not feeling abandoned, neglected, or rejected. Heal that inner child so those temper tantrums settle down and we can live more in a practice of in our inner being and being associated with our inner being. Because when we're constantly fighting up against our inner child and our inner being, we're in constant conflict, and the universe can't deliver anything because you're in constant conflict with yourself and your past experiences and your inner being, and it's just so. All right, so that's what we're working on. So knowing that, do a little bit of work on that. Set your intention. Your intention should include a specific wound. What is yours? What if you had to nail it down to what are your specific wounds? And typically what they are is abandonment, rejection, neglect, or child abuse. So whatever it is that is like, this is the thing that I just keep tripping on my whole life. I just can't get past this one thing that just, and it's typically a childhood, but it doesn't have to be. It could be something in your later years. Some people had great childhoods and got blindsided by adulthood, so it happens. But whatever it is that just whatever, try to narrow it down, not to a whole, and you want to write this in your journal, bullet points, guys, bullet points. You want it to be specific, like abandonment, neglect, rejection. You don't want to have this whole paragraph about who did what. It's not about who did what. It's cause finding, not fault finding. All right, so that's what doing the work is. All right, see you soon.